what I've got are the hopping bonsais. I have all 8 of those different saplings growing in there. And when they grow, they either drop, the logs, the leaves, and sticks and saplings, and they get picked up in the chest, and then get picked up by the hoppers. They come around here and they come into the door controller. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Simpletons SMP. As you can see in the background, I've been a little busy between episodes. So let's take a look real quick. You can see I have built myself a farmhouse. I asked in the last episode, if we had any ideas of something we could do, and 99 Block suggested, he said, why don't you build a farmhouse and a barn and some other stuff like that. So I took him up on it, and I built myself a little farmhouse here. I also put in a waystone so people can get over here, but let's take a quick look at our farmhouse. So it's actually 3 stories. We got the 2 main floors plus an attic. This area over here is our kitchen. So we put in all of the cooking for blockhead stuff. And this one I've got meat and fish. This one I got vegetables. These are empty at the moment, as are these down here. Got ourselves a cow in a jar. So we got milk, made a toaster. We have a fruit basket here that I've been putting in all the different types of fruits and nuts that we've been getting from the trees. We have our sink, of course. So we got all this good stuff here in the kitchen. I just made a little, kitchen table in here somebody could sit at while their, dinner is cooking or whatever. We got a dining table here. I did not make any other furniture here. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like DecoCraft or what's the other one? Mr. Crayfish's Furniture Mod. We don't have that in here, so we'd have to do kind of vanilla stuff, or we'd have to do lots of chisels and bits. Now, I know very, very little chisels and bits. I did use it a little bit in the house, along with some architecture craft. You can see here that we've got these, I need to fix that. We've got these curves here. Those are from Architecture Craft. And then all the lighting in here is chisels and bits, where I took the blocks and I put a layer of glowstone inside the block, so it's all hidden. So it looks nice. All right, second floor, let's come on up here, and this is the bedroom area. We have 3 bedrooms. This is the one that I mostly come in and sleep in. And then we've got 2 others over here. We got another bedroom for, in case I ever get my +1 on here, they can play. And also just kind of a little guest room, closet type of thing. One other thing that you might have noticed here is there's a skull, and that's because I did die once. I heard an Enderman out here, and I tried punching him, and well, that didn't end well. So anyways, we do have player skull drops in, so I've got my skull there. And then let's go up to the 3rd floor. Oh, also all these banisters, this is also from Architecture Craft. So let's come up here. This is our attic area. I did set up an enchantment area. I put up some dark oak bookcases along the walls here. And then I put these lamps up here to light the area up a bit more in places where I couldn't do the chisels and bits thing. Like, you can't do layers in half slabs, which these floors are. And you can't chisel slabs, and you can't chisel stairs, so it's kind of a little strange. I had to do some custom stuff like with these here, the upside down stairs that I put out around my windowsills. These are actually chiseled blocks here. Well, that one says stairs, but like there's some here. These are actually chiseled wood, where I had to make a stair and chisel off another layer, and then put the birch on there to cover it up, so you wouldn't have random pieces of oak showing through the flooring. You know, it would kind of look like this, where the stairs transition into this. But it was like all along here, these are all like chiseled wood as well, because we have the oak walls that go straight through here. Anyway, that's it for the house. And then let's come over here. And around the house, I've got all these blackberry bushes. Just thought they'd look nice. And then I've got this area here I'm going to make into a wood shop. So right now I've got all of my logs that are available. And this one here, we just have the different variations of planks and slabs and stairs and fences for all the 6 vanilla ones. And then I've got the 2 from Thaumcraft, the silverwood and the greatwood. And then this is the saw bench that goes with Architecture Craft. This is all actually all automated. All this wood is just constantly being generated for us. And let me show you that real quick. So we come around the back here, and I've got an elevator here. And if we go down, we've got this area down here. So what I've got are the hopping bonsais. I have all 8 of those different saplings growing in there. And when they grow, they either drop, you know, the logs, the leaves, the and sticks and saplings, and they get picked up in the chest, and then get picked up by the hoppers. They come around here and they come into the door controller. So down here, I'm capturing apples. Right now we have 4 stacks of apples. I capture all the leaves that get picked up from these as well. So if Winry needs more leaves for the thing she's building over there, the hedge maze in the Halloween town, she can come over here and get them if she wants them. She's welcome to them. We have all the different saplings here. Also, I want to thank Bossy Hair. She gave me the initial silverwood sapling that I needed to get started. She gave me 3 of them. Now we're up to 34 plus the one that's in there, so 35 silverwood saplings, which is really nice. Up there I got cocoa beans. Anyways, and these are attached to oak trim. Now remember, trim just connects drawers together, doesn't do anything else. So this row of trim goes all the way up, and it touches the bottom of the rows of drawers that are up there. So they are all connected together. So when the logs get picked up out of here, they come into here, and they will automatically get transferred into the drawers above. All right, let me sleep real quick, and I'll show you a few more things. All right, so let's head on over this way. And you saw this in the distance here. It's just a small little farm area that I kind of set up where I'm just doing some of the things that we've been growing. I've got wheat, potatoes, cotton, sweet potatoes, carrots, melons, pumpkins. This doesn't have anything in it yet. Over here is beetroot. And then over here I've got a single piece of wheat, and I'm using this to get seeds because I've been working a little bit with some chickens here. So let's start down here. I set up 3 nesting pens with just some chickens in there that dump their eggs and manure and feathers into this chest. And this chest just recently got filled up, so I had to pull all that out, and I just put down a couple of drawers here for the time being just to keep this stuff going. And then up here I've got a little bit of an area set up where we're going to be doing some chicken breeding and whatnot. So right now I've got a couple of nether quartz chicken here, and I have to confess, I borrowed the eggs from Lady Random for these 2 here, and but I did give her, you know, several of the other chickens that I've been breeding. We've got some flint chicken, so I gave her, you know, several of those, and some bone white chicken, iron chicken, log chicken. I gave her all of those since I had multiple of them that are already up to 10, 10, 10. I've also got some yellow chickens that I've got up to 10, 10, 10. And right now I've been working on breeding my gold chickens and getting those up to 10, 10, 10 as well. So let me go ahead and put some seeds in here and show you how this works. This is the chicken breeder from Roost. What you do is you put 2 chickens in here, and then you can put the seeds in here, and then it will breed them for you. Now, gold chickens, they start off at a negative value, so it takes a little bit longer. But as they get higher and higher in values, this goes a little bit faster. And then you can also stack like chickens. So if I had more 444 chickens, I could stack up to 16 in each of these, and that will just make this thing fly as far as breeding. But right now I've got like a 3-2-3, a 3-2-2, and a 4-3-5. So I want to get a bunch of gold chickens. I want to have for myself at least 16 of each, and that way I can swap them in and out. The extras I'm going to give to Lady Random or whomever might want them. Anyways, what do you do with the chickens afterwards? Well, you take them. So let's say I want to use the bone white chickens. So let's go ahead and grab those. And here I have 2 roosts set up. I can set up many more. And you put the chickens in here. I can stack up to 16 in there. And this will... the chickens will start producing whatever it is they're dropping. Bone white chickens produce bone meal. So that it comes in here. You might see the numbers are going down. And the reason for that is we have a roost collector here, which just automatically will pick up anything from roosts. From what I understand, that Amos told me they work in a 9x9 area. It will pick up anything out of these roosts within a 9x9 area. So you can see the bone meal is getting collected in here, and I've just been kind of picking that up. And I've got a couple of compacting drawers here. I've got this one for bone meal, so let me go ahead and put that in there like that. And this one I was doing iron chicken, so we've got several stacks of blocks of iron as well as blocks of bone meal. So back to that there, I've just been getting, like, let's say we get a, let me put that back real quick, you know, a couple of stacks of bone meal here. And then we run over to this, and then I just grow it up, bone meal it up, and grow it real quick and collect all the seeds like this. And there's one stack. And we also get these soul gems for weed out of them. So let me go ahead and do the other 2 stacks real quick. All right. So I just do a couple of stacks at a time like that. So you see I've got 63 seeds. I got a little over a stack of wheat, and I've got some soul gems for wheat. And then I just use the seeds in my breeder here to get our chickens going so that we can breed them up to a level 10, 10, 10 for everything. And this works very similar to how you do with your agricraft, where you mix, so you want the higher levels in here. So if I put whatever the product is of these guys, you would put it in here, and then it would, so I'd take out the lowest value on, which would be this 444, because this should be higher than either of these, and then breed the 2 highest values together, and so on and so forth until you get up to 10, 10, 10. And then you just keep adding seeds to it and let it do its thing, and they will grow. So let me show you what we do with the chickens now. So I've got this chicken catcher, which is just made up of a stick, an egg, and a feather. And this is how you can pick up the chickens. And these are both 10, 10, 10 because that's what the eggs were that Lady Random had. So you do that and it turns the chickens into items. So I can come over here now, and if I put these chickens in my roost here, they will start producing nether quartz. Now I only have 2, so it's going to be a little bit slower. It's still fairly quick compared to the 16 that I have in here, and this just keeps cranking out all this bone meal. So I'm going to let that go for a little while. And then eventually, once I get my gold chickens all bred up, I'm going to breed up these guys as well, just so that I can have a full stack of them, and I'll return any extras to Lady Random, along with the gold chickens that I promised her earlier. All right. Up here, there's not much going on, other than I'm working on, what is this? I got tea, scallions, and zucchini. If you don't know what zucchini is, I think they're also called courgettes or courgettes. I think this is what they're called in Europe. They're called zucchinis here in the States for some weird reason. This is just paper bark. Got going here. I need to clear these out because they're all filled up again too. And then just the other stuff here. I've got bananas, string, coconuts, this apricots, and durian. If you never tried durian, it smells awful, but it kind of tastes okay. You got to get it past your nose first to be able to eat it. So I've just been selling the wheat back to the store here. May as well. I don't need all this wheat unless I want to make some more nests or something. Now I just got to find the wheat. It's somewhere way down in the middle here. I just went past it. When I get a full stack, I just go ahead and sell it, and then put the rest aside, and then I'll sell it later on. See, I could probably sell it now. I've got a full stack there, plus 4. Put these in here. All right. It's getting close to nighttime. I'm going to sleep again real quick. And then I'm going to show you around some of the other places on the server where people have been doing some stuff here. So hang on, I'll be right back with you. All right, it's a bright new day here on the server. So let's take a look at some of the cool stuff that's been going on here. First of all, let's go ahead and warp over to the mob farm. Mob. If I can spell, warp to mob farm 1. It's mob farm, not mob farm 1. Mob farm. All right. So this is the mob farm, and you remember that we left a couple of spawners here, one skeleton and one zombie spawner. Well, our good friend Amos put them to use for us and made ourselves a nice, really cool spawner over here that does a whole bunch of stuff in here. So he took the blaze spawner out of here, I believe. I don't think this is working anymore. Doesn't appear to be. 99 blocks also made a blitz spawner, blizz. And that also got incorporated in here. So if we come up here, this is going to start dropping zombies, skeletons, blizz, blaze, and endermen. And it's just been dropping loads and loads of stuff in here. And it's really noisy, but this is for all the members because this is an area that we share. So if anybody needs anything, they need bones, they can come over here and they can grab them. Whatever drops are in here, they are welcome to grab. And it looks like Rhino's having a bad day. So that is the really cool mob farm that Amos built for us. So let's take a look now. Let's go to farm 1. farm one. And over here, I think we saw the chicken coop last time, but let's take a look at that again real quick. And Amos built this as well, where you see the here's the roost collector. So he's got all these different types of chicken in here, and the roost collector picks up all the drops from these chickens. And the same on this side over here, and this roost collector as well. And then all of that gets funneled into these drawers here. And again, this is for anybody that needs it can come in here and pick this stuff up. So if I need dye, if I need any of the gems, we can come and get them. The metals, so on and so forth. Almost all the chickens I think are represented here. Amos did a fantastic job with doing all that. I still want to breed them myself just because it's something fun to do. So let's head on over to this side. And this is, we're going to take a look at what 99 Blocks did. Now he wanted me to help him with this, but unfortunately I couldn't get on the same time he does. We are 8 hours difference in time. So by the time I can get on here after I finish my day of work and I can get on here, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning for him. So that's like way past his bedtime. So we just see each other on here when we can. You know, it might be on the weekends, but I don't record on the weekends just because I can't. But anyways, this is the orchard that he set up. So I believe we have all of the Pam's trees are in here. They're all represented. There's a chat. You can come in here if you want to, and you can pick this stuff up yourself. What is that? Are these grapefruits? We got grapefruits already. Is that full? It is. Oh well, we got a grapefruit now. So all of these trees are here. You can pick them yourselves. You can take them from these drawers here, which are actually auto collected from below. So let's go ahead and show you that real quick. And it's kind of similar to the idea that I did with my wood farm. He's using all these item ducts, so instead of the drawer controllers and stuff like that, but it all works the same. So he's got all of the hopping bonsais down here for all of the different trees, and they all come together and they output into the chests above and the drawers above. So that's full of pears. What's this one over here is peaches, so on and so forth. But they're all here. They all connect together using item ducts, and then they come into here, and this is also where all of the saplings are for it. So if anybody needs the saplings, they don't have to buy them. They can just come over here and pick one up or two up or however many, because the trees, these trees will drop saplings as well as like the nuts or fruit, logs, and so on and so forth. I don't think he's doing anything with the wood. If he is, I haven't seen it in here. He might be. He might just be putting it aside. Let's look real quick, because that must be a ton of oak wood that and sticks and leaves that are getting generated. And if they're not going in, they got to be going somewhere. Maybe he's got them going into a trash can or something. So I don't see anything over here. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing with all the wood and sticks and stuff that gets generated from these hopping bonsais as well. But oh well, that is really, really cool. All right, so we got one more place I want to go to. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And we're going to hop over to a special place that is being done this month. This is October of 2018. So we have a special place called Halloween. So let's warp over to Halloween. And this is where we're kind of building some creepy builds and stuff. Now, I haven't done anything out here yet. We do have a pumpkin patch where everybody's supposed to carve a pumpkin and whatnot. But I am... Rhino, you fell again. I am just not that good with chisels and bits. I mean, look at this. Who did this? Nuggets did that one. I think this is 99 blocks. Did one. I know he did one. Get some of these. These are amazing. Oh no, maybe that's his. I don't know. Oh my. A little gruesome. Oh, bossy hair, bossy bear. Anyways, this is the pumpkin patch. What do we have here? Build area available. There is. Let's see if we can get through here. No. Can't squeeze through that. So these are just some ideas on here so that people can do. I believe Winry and Gizmo are heading this up. You hear the heartbeat. It's from the haunted house over here. I haven't been in there yet, but maybe we'll take a look at it closer to Halloween, because I don't want to spoil too many things that people might be working on still. Like, I have no idea what that circle thing is over there. I know that there's a huge hedge maze that Winry's been working on. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe we'll try that later on at the end of the month as well. So we got some gravestones and stuff like that. So this is our Halloween town. So let's head on back home, and I'll catch up with you in just a moment. All right, there's one last thing I wanted to show you, and that is this over here. This is actually that dungeon thing that we found in the last episode, or that I showed you in the last episode. I just removed all the dirt from over top of it and plugged up the hole where somebody busted in the side of it. But that's what it looks like when all the dirt's removed. Maybe we'll use it for something. I don't know. Maybe we'll tear it down. I haven't figured out anything to do with that yet. So I still have a few ideas of things that I want to work on. Again, I want to finish my my wood shop over here. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do some other type of, like, a shop for like metal smithing or whatever, or blacksmith type shop. I do want to build a nice big barn, maybe a silo. It might even work. I don't know. I do like the design that was done by Ken at K1 Inc. If you haven't seen his videos, he does some really cool redstone tutorials, mostly for like PlayStation 4, but they do work fairly well with the Java edition as well. So I might do that. You know, some other things that we're going to think of along the way. I do want to try to take down this mountain, or at least knock it down barely, quite a bit, because it is kind of annoying jumping up and down it to do anything. But I'll do that as I still got a lot of stuff inside that needs to be moved out. So if we come in here, of course, I still got a few drawers and things and stuff that we got. I've got all these chests are full of junk. Down here, I've got a bunch of ender lilies. Amos gave me some ender lilies, or ender pearls, and a couple of ender lilies, and then I went to the end and grabbed a little bit of end stone, so these grow a little bit better. So now we've got all the ender pearls that we need for making things. And where do I keep these at? There, in there. Okay, let's sort that real quick. So yeah, that's and there's another ender lily right there. They seem to get quite a few of them when they grow on end stone. So maybe I'll get a few more and give them to some friends if they need them. Okay, well, that's it for this episode. On the next episode, I'll probably have some more chickens done. I'm definitely going to have my wood shop done, and I'll figure out, what we're going to do. I'm just have no plans right now for how this is going to progress. It's just going to be do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then we'll get there. Eventually to learning some of these different mods and whatnot. I'm really enjoying learning this chicken one. I want to try to get all the different chickens bred up and get that done. Again, I always have fun with agricraft, so I'm having fun with breeding up the crops as well. I'm not a great builder, so I don't mind building, but I'm not a great builder, and I'm certainly not great at like stuff like chisels and bits. So you're never going to see anything fantastic like that from me. But we're going to have some fun here, and I'm looking forward to doing some more playing with the other members on here. It's always a great time when other people are around. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.